Jai Hind everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel which is Explore Yourselves, Banking and General Knowledge, etc. Jai Hind. Historical events of 2nd February. A journey through time of 2nd February 2025, Sunday. Today's that is 2nd February highlight in history. 1645. Scotland in the Wars of the Three Kingdoms, Battle of Inverloch. 1653, New Amsterdam, later renamed the City of New York, is incorporated. 1709, Alexander Selkirk is rescued after being shipwrecked on a desert island, inspiring Daniel Defoe's adventure book Robinson Crusoe. 1725, J.S. Bach leads the first performance of his choral cantata Mitfried and Freud is for Dahin BWV 125 based on Luther's paraphrase of the Non-Dimitis. 1814, the last of the river Thames frost fairs comes to an end. 1848, Mexican-American War. The Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo is signed. 1850, Brigham Young declares war on Timpanogos in the battle at Fort Utah. 1868, pro-imperial forces capture Osaka Castle from the Tokugawa shogunate and burn it to the ground. 1870, The Seven Brothers Sigismund Beljesta, a novel by Finnish author Alexis Kivi, is published first time in several thin booklets. 1876, the National League of Professional Baseball Clubs of Major League Baseball is formed. 1881, the sentences of the trial of the warlocks of Chiloé are imparted. 1887, in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, the first Groundhog Day is observed. 1899, the Australian Premiers Conference held in Melbourne decides to locate Australia's capital city, Canberra, between Sydney and Melbourne. 1900, Boston, Detroit, Milwaukee, Baltimore, Chicago and Saint Louis agreed to form baseball's American League. 1901, Funeral of Queen Victoria. 1909, the Paris Film Congress opens an attempt by European producers to form an equivalent to the MPCC cartel in the United States. 1913, Grand Central Terminal opens in New York City. 1920, the Tartu Peace Treaty is signed between Estonia and Russia. 1922, Ulysses by James Joyce is published. 1922, the uprising called the Pork Mutiny starts in the region between Kulajärvi and Savukoski in Finland. 1925, Serum run to Nome. Dog sleds reach Nome, Alaska with diphtheria serum, inspiring the Iditarod race. 1934, Export-Import Bank of the United States is incorporated. 1935, Leonard the Killer administers polygraph tests to two murderer suspects. The first time polygraph evidence was admitted in US courts. 1942, the Oswald Group is responsible for the first active event of anti-Nazi resistance in Norway to protest the inauguration of Vidkun Quisling. 1943, World War II. The Battle of Stalingrad comes to an end when Soviet troops accept the surrender of the last organized German troops in the city. 1954, the Detroit Red Wings played in the first outdoor hockey game by any NHL team in an exhibition against the Marquette Branch Prison Pirates in Marquette, Michigan. 1959, nine experienced sky hackers in the northern Ural Mountains in the Soviet Union die under mysterious circumstances. 1966, Pakistan suggests a six-point agenda with Kashmir after the Indo-Pakistani War of 1965. 1971, Idi Amin replaces President Milton Obote as leader of Uganda. 1971, the International Ramsar Convention for the Conservation and Sustainable Utilization of Wetlands is signed in Ramsar, Mazandaran, Iran. 1980, reports surface that the FBI is targeting allegedly corrupt congressmen in the Abbascom operation. 1982, Hama massacre. The government of Syria attacks the town of Hama. 1987, after the 1986 People Power Revolution, the Philippines enacts a new constitution. 1989, Soviet-Afghan War. The last Soviet armored column leaves Kabul. 1990, Apartheid. F.W. de Klerk announces the unbanning of the African National Congress and promises to release Nelson Mandela. 1998, Cebu Pacific Flight 387 crashes into Mount Sumagaya in the Philippines, killing all 104 people on board. 2000, first digital cinema projection in Europe, Paris, released by Philippe Binand with the DLP cinema technology developed by Texas Instruments. 2004, Swiss tennis player Roger Federer becomes the number one ranked men's singles player, a position he will hold for a record 237 weeks. 2005, the Government of Canada introduces the Civil Marriage Act. This legislation would become law on July 20, 2005, legalizing same-sex marriage. 2007, police officer Filippo Rossetti is killed when a clash breaks out in the Sicily derby between Catania and Palermo in the Serie A, the top flight of Italian football. This event led to major changes in stadium regulations in Italy. 2012, the ferry MV Rabaul Queen sinks off the last coast of Papua New Guinea near the Finstephen district with an estimated 146 to 165 dead. 2021, the Burmese military establishes the State Administration Council, the military junta, after deposing the democratically elected government in the 2021 Myanmar coup diktat. Thank you very much for your patience. Request for like, share and subscribe.